Hi, my name is John Hickson and I'm the Geology tutor at York College. Welcome to the Geology Taste Today session. This is basically just a quick introduction to the subject. Geology is one subject you probably won't have done at GCSE. Almost there's almost no schools in the area. I don't think there's any schools in the area that actually do GCSE at the moment. If you're studying in geography, if you're studying things like volcanoes, perhaps plate tectonics, maybe you did some sort of fossils in biology or in science, perhaps. Maybe what you will want to do is maybe do a little bit more of those. And you're restricted in the subjects you do at GCSE. None of the subjects do large amounts of those things. Geology is pretty much all of those things. So what I've got in the subject, what we have in the subject is basically sort of a study of the Earth and its processes. So we study how the Earth operates as a system, we study how rocks form, we study how fossils develop, we study the sort of ideas of geological time, and we also study the sort of ideas of mineral resources in there as well. So we study all of those things in terms of geology. So there's quite a wide range of subjects that we actually do in there. So, thank you for that, and hopefully see you in September. So, what do we think about this specimen at the moment? So what have we spotted?
Certainly fine.
Okay,
There
fine
seems to
grained.
be fossils within it.
What sort of fossils have you spotted?
The ammonites.
Ammonites. And what does that tell you about the environment, do you think?
Aquatic.
Aquatic, yeah. So you've got aquatic. So this obviously is some sort of aquatic rock in that specimen. What about the one you've just looked at? What about, if you want to look at that one as well, what about the ones we look at? Is that different environment? Have you spotted any fossils in there?
It's bigger grain size.
So this is a graphic log, which is a way of representing layers of rock and other material. So for this, this is a graphical representation of how they are organised and what's in them and such like, and their grain size, so how coarse the bits of material within it are. So for each bit of the scale to conform is going to be 2.5 centimeters per notch here. So if we just write them on in 2.5s and so on. And we can go on as we do it. So the first rock here,
We think it's a slate.
I believe is a slate. Yes. So
Move on to the lithology, which is then you follow the key, and if we look on that way, it says shale, which is just lines. So then we'll go up to how deep we think the rock would be in the normal environment, and just draw. So I think it'll be quite deep. So I'd say about 10. Would you agree?
So if we kind of roughly estimate by doing this, and then actually draw the shell in it, obviously it's just lines, so we can just do a very simple representation here. Then you have to determine the grain size, and looking at it with a hand lens, it seems very fine material. Not quite glassy, but fine.
Fine, yeah.
Very fine. So, of course, we've got grain sizes here, so we're going to go for silt, fine sand.
Yeah, I'd say silt, yeah.
Silt. So if we kind of draw out to the silt here, and just shade this in. And then the rock description is what's within it. As you can see, in this particular specimen, you've got a pretty whole ammonite. And I believe in that specimen there's also ammonites from a deep marine environment. So if we go to the reverse, there are various bits of the key. And if we find ammonite,
Ammonites there, yeah.
ammonoids, just a little representation of that. So we can just draw how that's drawn. Something like that, and you can just continue drawing these. Forgive my art skills, not great, and that would be the general kind of content. One would go on and take the rest of these fossils and the rest of these rocks in order and represent them on the graphic log.